Oh, see you, peeps. I don't normally do this, and this is actually my second time trying to make this video. I bruised my finger, by the way. I slammed it in the door, in the car door, and it really did not feel good. But it's okay. It's healing up very nicely. Thank the Lord for that. Um, but I wanted to talk to you guys. I don't know if you can hear the song in the background. It's Torrance Wells, Joy in the Morning. It's really awesome. It was on today at church. I watch, it's Sunday today, by the way. Now, in case you're watching this a different day of the week. If anybody ever does watch this video, I don't know. Um, it's not normally my thing to make videos for YouTube. I normally do TikTok. But anyways, I've been hearing these scriptures a lot that they did at church today at Evolution Church. I watch a bunch of different churches on Sunday, but that's one of them that I watch. And I also watch other words from the Lord from different sources and just spend time in my Bible. I have a bunch of daily devotionals that I do on the Bible app, and also I have a couple of books, daily devotionals and stuff like that I do. So I just like to spend time with the Lord as much as possible when life isn't trying to get in the way. Sometimes it feels like life gets in the way of our spiritual time, and we got to control that and limit that. Whenever I see life is getting too much in the way, I try to cut out what I can to where I can spend time with the Lord more, which isn't always easy because you feel obligated to do this and that, and we gotta work because we gotta eat, and then we gotta go to school. I gotta go to school because I'm going to school right now, because I'm doing something the Lord told me to do, or I feel like the Lord told me to do. Sometimes I question that. Um, anyways, on to what the topic of today is. It's weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Hence the song Torrance Wells, Joy in the Morning. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but after that plays, I'll probably play Dawn by Rebecca St. James, because they're awesome songs. And we always gotta have like that worship music in the background or whatever. I do anyways. I love it. And anyways, yes, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Basically, and also another scripture I'm going to say is I will see the goodness of God in the land of the living. Those are scriptures I've been hearing a lot here lately. The first one they mentioned in Evolution Church today, and the other one they did not mention in church today, but I have been hearing it a lot lately and I just love it. So I'm putting it in this video. And I just said life sometimes can be hard. If I'm honest, most of my life has been hard. It's been a struggle. And it's just been a struggle just to survive, it feels like. But I know God has been with me through it all. Even when I was trying to run away from God at times, I felt like my faith was going, like I doubted, and I even felt like I was losing my faith. Actually, there was a time where I did completely lose my faith. There for a while, I was dating a guy who I didn't know he was in witchcraft. But he was in witchcraft and he did not believe in God, and he found joy in trying to make other people doubt in their faith. And I seen this with a friend of ours that we went over to her house and hang out and stuff like this, and he just I just seen the devil come out of him, I swear. I don't normally say stuff like this, but it was creepy the way he went about this, and it felt to me like maybe he was possessed at the moment. He was talking about like um, he was just saying all kinds of stuff to her and trying to make her doubt her faith and stuff like that. And so she ran in the house crying. Like, we were sitting on the back porch chilling. We did around a like a little fire. It's not like a fire pit, not a bonfire. We didn't have like a big cute thing. We just had a little fire pit and was just chilling in the backyard on the back porch. And she ran in the house crying, and I went there in the kitchen and talked to her. I was um, like, don't let him get in your head. You should believe what you want to believe, and don't let that hinder, don't let that hurt you or bother you. I don't know why he was acting like that, so I don't remember what all I said to her, but I went in there and it felt so bad for her, because I could see me and her at that moment, because there, I mean, I had nobody try to do that to me, but that pretty much just happened to me myself because of everything I've went through in my life. I'm like, really, if God was real, would he really let all this happen? And yes, he does. God lets bad things happen to us, but he will. And I can't say that I know how it would work out in the end, because sometimes I don't know how things work out in the end, and I don't see that ending in sight. Sometimes we don't see a good ending in sight or anything, or we don't see anything good coming from this. But sometimes it doesn't turn out good in our lifetime. Sometimes it's down the road that it turns out good for someone that is further in our lineage, in our bloodline, and that we went through suffering so they don't have to, or something like that. It doesn't always happen good in our lifetime. Sometimes it does. And we just have to have faith and stick to God and stay as close to God as we can, and trust that he is in control of it all. Like, in the good and the bad, no matter what, God is always in control of our lives. And I really I don't really like making videos, guys. This isn't even what I wrote down. I just noticed I went off on a tangent. But anyways, yes, so God's with us through everything. Like, there has been times where I have just been, actually most of my life, where I have just been off, and I felt like I was not going the right way. But God always brings me back and puts me on the right path, even when I start to wander off and veer away. But he will put you back on the right path that you need to be on. If you are on the wrong path, you just have to come to him and be like, God, help me out here. I need to know what you want me to do. Lord, guide my words, my thoughts, my actions, my every step, my every movement, and he will put you where you need to be. Anyways, it says he brought me out of the pit and put my roots, and my roots are grounded deep into God. So even when it feels like I'm going through a drought, I will endure, because God is the living water, and I know God is in control. That's what was in my notes, and I did not even go about my notes. I don't know, I just kind of went the other way. I said, what else? One thought that always makes me smile is, how some people say that they endure their job because they know that they get to come home to their family and the ones they love, like their significant other or their kids, or sometimes it's just a cat or a dog or whatever makes them happy. Everybody has their own little quirks, different strokes for different folks, they say. I wanted to judge. Everybody's got their own groove. Okay, some people like a bunch of people, some people don't like a bunch of people in their space. It's really all up to you. I love my family. I actually limit who I hang around now. Actually, it's been pretty much my whole life. I've been mostly what felt like antisocial, and I would have my spurts where I would spend time with people, but a lot of time I would spend alone. Just because that's how I prefer, because I get overwhelmed easily. And so limiting who I allow in my space helps. And I love spending a lot of time with the Lord. And when I limit who I allow in my space and who I allow to talk to me or I talk to or whatever, it makes me be able to concentrate more on Him and less on everything else and more on what He put in front of me. So I spent a long time with my daughter and my sister and my nieces and just a few other people, my dad. But yeah, just a few other people, but not really a lot of people. And I prefer it that way. But it helps, actually, for me anyways. But everybody has their own little things. But anyways, what I know that whatever I go through at the end of my life, when my time on this earth is done, I get to go home to be with God. And all the ones that have already passed on ahead of me, I know they're waiting there for me. That's what my belief says. I know some people believe they're still sleeping or whatever, and that might be the case, but I know I'm going to see God. I get to see God after this is done, so that is my goal. That is my goal in life, no matter what I go through on this life, whether it be good or bad. I know God's in control, but at the end, I get to go see God, so yeah. Yeah. And that should be everybody's goal in life. You should always know that God is with you every step of the way, and then at the end of it all, we finally will get to see Him and be with God. Like, that will be actually be able to see God, which will be awesome, and I can't wait to see what it's all about in the end. I don't know, it's cool. It's cool. But anyways, and my belief is, like, why we're here, we're supposed to be making the world a better place. My goal is that while I'm here, that I make a positive impact on this world while I'm here. That I can make a difference wherever God's planted me. Like I noticed that God put me. I'm not putting any more music on. Just gonna leave it. But God has put me in certain places at just the perfect time, and I have been able to encourage that atmosphere, and that's how God used me. He just used me to put a little bit of love and joy in that place whenever most of the time those people were gloomy when they a job that I went to, they hated coming to work, and there was still a couple of people that were still like that. They were just and I'm like, no, you gotta enjoy what you do. There's always a bright side to it. I was always the one annoying one, the sunny side of things. But still, God wants us to live like that. He wants us to enjoy the moment while we're in it. He wants us to love the people that He puts in our lives, because He puts them there for a reason. Sometimes it's just for a lesson. Sometimes it's for a blessing. Sometimes it's just for you to pray for them. But some people you need to keep at a distance for a reason. Okay. And most people are only there for a season, and that's really hard because sometimes it's hard to let go of people, and especially when you don't want to let go of them. And I have been in that situation quite a lot. But it's just have faith in God, knowing that He's in control of everything, and He will bring in the people that's right for your life, and then take out the ones that are not right for your life. But anyways, I got off on another tangent. That's not in my notes. Well, I did say that, and that's in my notes. I said something about being planted where you put. where he puts you. You must overcome evil with good. This was in my notes and I did not say that. Yes, so whenever you are put in a situation, it is not comfortable and it is not easy to overcome evil with good. It's not easy. Sometimes we want to take revenge and be spiteful to those who do us wrong or hurt us or just disrespect us. But we really can't do that. And I never heard from an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. That's basically why God tells us overcome evil with good, because if you're just trying to get someone back that did something wrong to you, what good comes out of that situation? Nothing. You basically just made a bad situation worse. You basically just became just as bad as they are, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to go down to their level. You want to bring them up to your level. You want to make the world a better place and be a difference in this world while you are here. So you want to help love on that person even when sometimes they don't even love themselves. Sometimes you've heard the expression hurt people. That's basically what it is people hurt each other out of their own hurts. So just love them and go on about your life. And I don't even know why I'm saying all this, because that's not in my notes either. But it's true, and it's true, and that's what I guess the Lord maybe wanted me to say that. I don't know. I've been going through a lot right now, but I know God's in control. I guess that's in my notes, and I don't know why I would tell you guys that, or why I would write that down. I just know I gotta keep trusting God, and that God is always in control. And that is a cute little smiley that looks like he's sweating. I did not put that in there. I don't know how that popped up. That's cute. Stephen Furtick preached about the hard work of happiness. That was the topic today on his sermon. It was really awesome. You guys should totally go watch that. I don't know how to. I don't normally make YouTube videos, so I don't know how to link that in the bio like some people says. I don't do that normally. I don't do this. This is not my thing. I don't even know why I'm doing this video, to tell you the truth. It's not something I'm used to. And now as he was talking about, he touched on the fact that people being situational happy. We can't be happy based on temporary things and on the circumstances that we're in. We have to base our happiness on the Lord, and that the Lord is with us through everything. When I know this is hard, especially if you don't, I'm not going to say you don't have a relationship with the Lord. This is hard for everybody at certain times. I mean, there are things that happen and you just do not want to be happy in that situation, but take comfort in the fact that God is always in control, and he's always there, right there with you, through no matter what you're going through. And just find your joy in him. Hey, don't put your joy in your job, your wealth, anything temporary. Everything in this life is temporary. Everything is it has a time limit. Okay, we have different seasons that we go through in our life. So you need to base your joy and everything on the Lord, that he's in control, and he loves you no matter what you have done. And I don't know about you guys, but I have done some things that I really wish I hadn't done, and I don't feel like I deserve to go to heaven, to tell you the truth. And when it comes to some of the Old Testament things, I should have been stoned or something. Like, so thank the Lord that is not a thing anymore. But thank the Lord for loving me no matter what I have done and forgiving me for what I've done. But I have turned. I have turned from my wicked ways. Okay, I try not to do evil at all. I try to stay. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Nobody's perfect, but I try to do what is right as much as possible and try to stay as close to God as possible, and that makes it easier to not do sin. Sin sometimes comes easy, and things are put right in front of you, and be like, "Here I am," and you'll be like, "No," and run the other way. Be like, "Nope, nope, not today, Satan." But yeah, no, just you gotta control what you put in front of you. It helps. You have to control your environment, what situations you put yourself in, places you go, things you listen to, things you watch, things you read, different things, people you hang around. It's very important. And it makes it easier not to sin. And the less you sin and the more time you spend with God, the more closer you become with God and the more Christ-like we become. So it makes things easier. I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I am not, okay? But I strive to be the best me that I can be, and to be all that God has created to me to be. And I pray almost daily, Lord, guide my words, my thoughts, my actions, Lord, my every step, my every movement. And hopefully He puts me in the right place at the right time to do whatever He put me here to do, and I make a positive impact on this earth while I'm here, and leave the world a better place than whenever I got here. Or that situation a better place whenever I got to it. But anyways, only God is forever, so don't base yourself on anything else other than God and His love for you, and the fact that He is the creator of all things, and He will get you through whatever situation you might be going through. Because me, myself, going through a lot of stuff, but I still, whenever somebody asks me, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, "Great." Most of the time, I'm like, "Great." Sometimes I'll be like, Transformation Church says, hot, honest, open, and transparent. Hot. Yeah, sometimes I'll be like, I'll tell them everything that's going on with me, and they'll let it. I don't even think most of them even care, really. They basically just start saying it in passing. But sometimes people actually do care what you're going through. And normally that's the people I'll actually admit to stuff. But most of the time I'm great. I'm great. Because normally I am great. Even though I'm going through a hard time, I know God's in control. So it makes things a lot easier, because before I used to worry about everything, but God has told me over and over and over again not to worry. So I don't worry. He says it over, I think, 365 times in the Bible. That's once for every day of the year. So don't worry. God's got this, okay? He's got you. He's got me. He's got the whole world in His hands. You ever heard of song? I like the Rocket Man version. He's hilarious. If you haven't seen that movie, it's very hilarious. Anyways, in what Stephen Furtick today said, then the nations will say, the Lord has been good to me. Psalms 126, 1 through 6, is what that is. And that's a great Bible verse, and there's multiple versions out there, so there's different ways of translating that, and if you want to look it up, you can. It's beautiful, and I actually like listening to the different versions of the Bible. Right now, I'm going through the NIV. I used to do King James all the time, nothing but King James, because that was what I grew up as. I grew up as a Pentecostal and apostolic girl. Long skirt. That's why the long hair probably not really, but the I grew up with long skirts, long shirts. My grandma and grandpa didn't even have a TV. They didn't even have a TV. But it's just different things. But this is really the end of my study today. I'm not gonna save. Don't save. But yeah, that's really all I had to say for today. You have a blessed day. Enjoy your Sunday, Sabbath, or whatever you're doing today. This might not even be your Sabbath, or you might even follow a Sabbath or a day of rest. We all need rest, okay? We need to be up, be productive, but we also need rest. We need adventure in our life too. A well-balanced life is very important. That is one thing God has taught me and reminded me throughout my life. Balance is important. You should be balanced. You should take care of yourself. You should love God most, love others, and as you love yourself. And that means you need to love yourself, which is very hard sometimes. And we think that humility means to that you don't love yourself, and you do. You should love yourself. That's very important. And God wants us to be healthy. We are His temple. He wants you to take care of yourself, your mind, your body, and your soul, and to help others as much as possible, and just show them His love. So, anyways, have a very blessed day. This has gone a lot longer than I wanted it to. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and post it now. Bye. See you later.